Mhm. Mhm. Should be live. Alright, good evening everyone. Hopefully the stream should be live now. I'm gonna be doing a cast today this time around, so instead of me playing the set, I'm gonna be casting. Haven't done a cast in a while, so and this was pretty off the cuff. So I'm more than happy to cast a set between these two. So some quick background is Boycah and Size wanted to make a bet in a GLA set, and that's all the context you guys need to know, basically. So here we are. It's a best of 5 set. $25 from both of these guys on the line. And yeah, right now they're just trash talking each other. Uh, you will say my name. Guess who, rabbit? Your new name. Small size. I was born big and strong. People have tried for 2 decades. Are you gonna do that now? All right. Let's see. All right. Uh, these boys are taking a stab at each other's throats. Okay. All right. We got let me just turn on my music. There we go. We got Boyka in the top of natural threats. There's the red GLA. We got Size as the orange GLA. The bottom of natural threats. I mean, this is one of Boyka's stronger maps. Usually he's pretty comfortable on this map, especially when it comes to GLI mirrors. You got these metal supplies for both players. These ones are a little better because they're more clumped up, whereas these ones, it's kind of harder to get a good supply collection rate out of it, especially because this car is in the way and they're just distanced. You got a base oil next to each player on the right side, and you have this lone oil on the left side. Typically, what I usually see Boyka doing is he'll do one of two builds on this map. He'll either do a fast TT, or he'll try to play this tunnel build around oils, and I think he's doing the second one. These garrisons, there's a lot you can do with them actually, um, especially if you lead off with a terrace in the middle. So you can sometimes kill this worker, for example, which is what Boyka does, but other times you can use your RPGs to take your garrison, weaken their garrison with the terrorist, and then force fire it down. That usually means you can open fire on the tunnel. So Size actually went for a fast TT. You don't really see Size doing that a lot. He usually likes to play it a lot more safe in terms of build orders. So I'm kind of curious as to what this TT is going to get done. He's using the second tech as well to TT instead of the first one. The first one's just gonna intercept this worker over here. There is a tech though from Boykin. I think this actually might be a TT as well. He did have the opportunity to sort of trade TTs, but looks like he's not gonna go for that. Boyk is gonna run into a tunnel. Usually the arms eater is actually on this side, but it's on the outside as well. All the RPGs are blocking him. And it is a TT. He's gonna lose one of his techs minimum, two of his techs actually. Oh, that's a massive loss. And Sai is gonna TT Boyka's arms eater return. But I think I prefer Boyka's position because he's got 3 techs alive, one of which is a super tech, and Boyka's, or Sai's just got 2 techs. Although this grenade tech is clearing out a whole supply. And Boyka has the whole middle. He has enough to expand to a third supply if he wants to, while getting a fake arms there. Ooh, this super tech though is putting in a lot of work. So you notice how even though Size has this wonky collection, he is pretty boxed in. Except for here, because the arms here is gone. Whereas Boycah doesn't really have boxed supplies. So he just kind of lost 12 workers. And even though Size is lower on the unit count, that's gonna buy him time, because he'll slowly collect money while Boycah has no money whatsoever to work with. No one's got the oils yet. Boycah will kill a supply very shortly. And he's gonna build a tunnel as well. I like this play from Boycah. He's playing it very aggressive. And now that he has his arms here rebuilt, Size one is built on the far right. Boycah's actually gonna take advantage of the fact he can't, Size can't make units, so he's just gonna claim more map control. Size is staying on top of the tech harass. I really would like to see a supply in the middle from Boycah. Just because he knows there's no way Size can even break this remotely at this stage without a Toxin Tractor. Oh, I missed the start of a big engage, but Size lost 2 techs. He might lose a third and a fourth. I think this is probably GG at this stage. Lol, worst swap, GG. Yeah. And Boycah claims his primary supply as Size quits.
You have been defeated.
I mean, it is very, very tough to recover if you are trading TTs and you have the lower amount of techs. I think in that situation, it just is a matter of who comes out better from recovering from the TT. And Boycah had more units to work with, so he can exert a lot more map control in comparison to Size, he did get some good harass with the grenade techs, like killed 3 sets of supply workers, but I think it's just, yeah, losing techs on the TT itself is a major blow. So we got Sand Scorpion as Size's pick, I'm pretty sure. I think Size usually does quite well on this map. And he's actually taunting Boycah a little bit as well. You don't really see that every day from Mr. Big Size. So, oh, I don't know why they swapped to these colors, man. These colors are similar. he took cyan instead of orange, and Boycah took blue instead of red. This is literally the worst color combination in the whole game, aside from like purple and pink. Anywho, we got Size on the bottom with a real barracks as the cyan GLA, and we got Boycah on the top with 2 fake barracks as the blue GLA. And I think here what Boyka's gonna do is he's gonna probably play into a tunnel build. Make 1 barracks research capture upgrade. He's sending a terrorist, I'm assuming, to the middle just to intercept this tunnel. Or take a garrison. And the other one's gonna be producing rebels. He's doing a better box this time on the primary supply, and it's a fake arms dealer from Boycah. Shai's going with the real arms dealer, because we only expect the realistic play from Big Size. And yeah, 2 rebels already walking it through the sides. Ooh, it needs a force fire. Tried it. It was a bit indecisive there. He wanted a force fire and then he cancelled to try and take the garrison, but he ended up getting nothing. Just a small decision-making error. He could have killed the RPGs or even damaged the garrison. Does help a little bit. It's better than also giving the XP, obviously, if you detonate the terrorist. Assuming Boyka's upgraded it by now, his arms leader. It's the first tech. He's gonna start capturing his base oil, but Size is already here with tech. I didn't actually see what was loaded. Size, I think, is also going for his own capture, but it's a bit slower. Personally, I prefer Size's build. just because oftentimes the aggressor on Sand Scorpion is usually the one who is able to kind of decide the game in terms of the pacing. Boycah will sneak a oil capture here, I think, and he's actually sneaking a tunnel here. A bit of a blunder from Size, placing this tunnel a bit too far back, although he has spotted it, which is pretty important. Crucially, Boyka's actually got two of the garrisons on the island already. Size has not started his base oil capture. He must have just gotten it, so it was probably on cooldown for his rebels. He will get 2 oils. Boyka's still on the 1 oil. He needs to get his base oil, but it's gonna be a little bit decisive in terms of the push for island, because Boycah does have a garrison already, and Size doesn't even have any of the garrisons. And his only tunnel is pretty far back, so if Boycah pushes from the left side of island, then it becomes very tough for him to maintain a presence. They're both starting up on supplies. Boyka's dropped a tech RPG to give this grass hut, but his tech is at critical HP, so he has to retreat it. He doesn't want to trade into it. Size is building his second arms here. Boyka's already built a second arms theater, but I'm not sure if that's a fake or not yet. Yeah, and this is why it's really important to get the garrisons early, because the player with the garrisons is just gonna defend them with their life like this. He just lost 3 RPGs. Size brings a tractor already. It's good that he brought this early tractor. Boyka's tunnel is quite far back, so it's gonna take a bit of time for the reinforcements to arrive. He kills the RPG on his close garrison. You can potentially take that with the Rebel and the RPGs. And Size actually has a numbers advantage. Oh, this is a really big mistake from Size. He needs to be escorting those RPGs, otherwise he just snipes it. And if this tunnel gets up, it's gonna be such a hard task to actually break these garrisons. And if it goes into a palace game, I mean, buggies and even scud launchers are pretty deadly here. We see the first Scorpion from Scythe, and the second and the third, but no Scorpion rockets. I'm not sure if I agree with the Scorpion transition at this stage, just because you need something to break garrisons, and Scorpions are not ideal for breaking garrisons, to say the least. The RPGs, they actually deal more damage against the Scorpion than a quad because of the tank armor. So they actually make them more susceptible. Size does have the middle though, and he has 3 oils versus 2 oils. Supplies are equal on the island, so economically Size is ahead, but Size is under a little bit of pressure here. Size has made a tunnel next to the reinforcement pad. I think that's a good call. Size is going to transition to triple arms actually, and Boycah is also playing triple arms, so we're going to expect a pretty heavy slugfest shortly once these guys are on the triple war factory production. Size actually pushes the top tunnel very briskly because there was only one tunnel here. And he's actually going to be able to hold on to Boyka's unsafe oil as well as a result. Boyka's gunning down the oil with the rebel. The thought is very good, but unfortunately he only really has a rebel to DPS his oil down, so it's pretty futile. Quad gets picked off, and now we see Scorpion rockets from both players. I think... Oh, Boyka's preparing a lot of TTs. That's 10 terrorists. He's gonna try and TT potentially these oils, or maybe this oil and this oil. I like that play from Boycah, because if you minimize the oil advantage, then it's only a supply advantage you're playing into. Because Size actually has 4 oils very shortly. Smart play from Size, parking a lot of RPGs outside that path, breaks the tech a little bit. But in the meantime, this is what I was worried about with the garrisons. Now Boycah has a very easy path to sort of pick at Size's supply. And Size has to make this awkward dance around the supply here because of the terrain. And he can't go up because of this garrison, so it forces him into a bad angle to attack. Although Size is getting a lot of kills, surprisingly, out of this. I think that's a bit of poor micro from Boycah. I think he could have probably closed that engagement out a lot more decisively. Boyka's palace is at 10%. Size already has the palace. Although another issue with this position, if you're Size at least, is buggies are pretty useless here. Like, I think it's very useless to try and go buggies if you're constantly dealing with this. I think if Size is smart, you can actually go Scud Launchers here and try and play around these tunnels. Because the Scud Launchers, they can actually attack without direct vision of the unit. So you could just fire from these backward tunnels and potentially nuke the Scorp army away. Size actually rushed out Toxin Shells. Smart move, given there's a lot of RPGs in these garrisons, and it's possible Boyka is going to use them in his own offense as well. Boyka will kill the supply, but the issue is that... Oh wow, this oil did get killed. I'm sorry, I missed that. The issue is that Boyka is actually sharing supplies now here, and both of them I think are on cash bounty. I think both of these guys should be transitioning to Scud Launchers, but this is big Size pulling big Size moves. He's got a sneaky tunnel in Boyka's base. And this is actually a really bad angle for Boyka. He might lose his whole base actually to this. That is also a Boyka move, a Boyka TT. He only gets the Scorps to critical health. He doesn't actually kill any. Barring one, but Size actually brought his Jarman here as well. That Vet 3 quad is going to rip the leftovers to shreds. Kills the Vet on the quad. Very smart. Doesn't have Toxin Shells, so he can't kill the Jarman with the double Scrap Scorpion. But Boyka is now in a really awkward position, because now he has to split his attention between aggressing on the island further or defending his base. And he's kind of forced to defend his base. This is kind of why I also prefer Scud Launchers, because if you're in these Scorpion Slugfests, where you have to constantly deal with Scorpions in tight corners, Scud Launchers thrive on this. Like, this is perfect Scud Launcher shots that you can get. Because they're all lining into these like small open tight areas. Marakar, do I speak Arabic or have I forgotten? I speak Arabic. I've already told you before, this channel is mainly an international audience, so I speak English with people for the most part on this channel. Anywho, Size is playing very, very... Give me your money. He's playing very greedy. Boyka just made a bust, but there is no RPGs yet. I think Boyka's lost it, you know? Size is making a scud in Boyka's base. Oh, I don't know what's gone into Size, but yeah, I've never seen Size BM someone like this. This is very surprising, even for Size to do this. These Vet 3 double scrap scores are gonna go down, unfortunately. Yeah, Boyka's got the island, half of it at least. I guess 3/4 of it, because he's collecting off the sides. But Side's gonna get his main base, and he is making a scud in Boyka's base. This palace is empty as well, so it's very easy. I don't know. This is a Size scud. This isn't even a Size tunnel. It's a Size scud. He's sneaking a scud at the corner of Boyka's base. Oh, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but I guess this is Size's new forte of flexing. Usually it's a 10 to 20k float. Now it's building a Size scud in someone's base. Yeah, Boyka calls it GG. Man, that
You
that
have been
scud is
defeated.
something else. I'm laughing because it's Size doing it, not even because I think it's particularly funny, because I've seen my fair share of BM scaffolds. Oh, yeah. Let me just wait for Boycah to host. Alright, I need to set myself to ops. Let's see. Is he playing natural threats again? He's gonna pick something else, I imagine. I think Boyka's actually thinking a bit about this. Unless he's picking this again. Which I don't know if they agreed to playing the same maps. Same map. I choose sand again also then. I don't know why these two are grabbing each other's throats Looney Tunes style, but yeah, they're really going at it. So I got Glacial Shores actually picked from Boyka. This is pretty uncommon. So cool map to see. And they're back to their original colors, so on the bottom of this snow map, we got big size in the orange GLA. Top of the map we got Boyka as the red GLA. So this map's quite heavy on the money. That's $100 crate, so that's not where the money is at. The money is kind of just spread out. So you got 5 crates on the right side for both players next to a garrison. Artillery platform in the middle. You got a base soil here and a base soil here. Same down here. You got a middle oil as well as a really, really large supply dock, 30k, and a repair bay as well. And you got 3 crates here. And you also have the 2 supplies in both players' base. So Boyk is going for a cap heavy build, and I think Size is doing the same thing. Yeah, so far this actually kind of looks like mirrored builds. The only difference is that Boyk is using more barracks to wall off, whereas Size is not really doing the same. Both these players got tunnels on the left side. It's pretty important to get this side because it gives you an entrance into your opponent's base, and obviously there's quite a lot of value if you're collecting from this area, so it's pretty important. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys decides to TT the tunnel here, actually. But we're gonna have to see that in a bit. So, Sai is sending an empty tech. I think he's just going straight for the oil in Boyka's base just to intercept the capture. Boyk is smart and also sent a worker to repair it in case there's an RPG drop-off. You can definitely just drop off 1 or 2 RPGs to gun it down. Boyka has actually intercepted the oil near the riverside. Sai's tech is damaged a little bit. Boyka sent a rebel bike just to get the oil a little quicker. Sai's actually does not have the capture yet, so this rebel is just kind of gonna gun down the tech before it meets its demise. Size actually did fully wall this off, so good move from Size. I didn't see the barracks earlier, so this is a real barracks. But it did pay off because he's saving workers, which ultimately provides him a source of income. Wick has actually got a couple of vital rebels in his base. He needs to micro them around. Size actually has a rocket tech. It's empty, but he'll be able to intercept this tunnel. which is pretty helpful. Boycah is gonna try his luck at capturing this oil here. And this rocket tech is being annoying so far, but it's not an issue. There's a tech RPG actually chasing. This rebel is going to get intercepted by this technical. Size has a very aggressive tunnel, and he's actually taking this garrison here. And I'd be very careful if I was in Boycah's spot, because this is threatening his arms leader line very closely. Boycah is not microing his tech RPG, and there's 4 techs. 1 tech goes down from each. He might lose a tech from Size. Is it a third? No, he's just gonna lose some RPGs. Boycah's got this supply here. Size has this supply here, so I think Boycah's still economically ahead because Size just captured 1 oil. Boycah's been on 2 for a while, and he's gonna get a third. Well, having said that, if Size is able to push into this arms dealer line in the next minute, then I think this shapes into a very bad game for Boycah potentially, just because he's gonna be at a unit deficit. Do I play 0 Hour on PC or laptop? I play on a laptop. Book is gonna take this garrison. He's gonna let him push back on this tunnel, which is pretty important. But having said that, Boycah's actually lost his position on the island here. So it's a bit tough. Oh, he shouldn't throw away that super tech. Yeah. He has gunned down the tunnel, but he might lose the into the scorpion. Does lose it. That was most of his DPS as well, so this army kind of falters pretty hard against these scorps. The double rocket scorp is gonna clear that up. He actually denies the tunnel here, and Boycah loses another position that is also very close to his base. Except this time, it's even easier to attack from here because there's no tunnel that's close by. Size actually doesn't have the soil yet. Okay, he's noticed now. But he has the middle artillery platform. He loves this tech building. He always rushes it on Snowy Drop, I've noticed. Boycah is gonna try and push back on this left-hand side again. Do we see any palace going up? Third arms dealer from Size. No sign of palace from either of them. Size floating 6k and Boycah's floating nearly 4k. They can both definitely drop down a palace. If I were them, I'd probably drop a palace near this back oil, just to give it some protection. Or I'd drop it here, but not too close because you don't want buggies being able to attack from there onto the palace. There's the palace from Size. 10%. Boycah's not started his yet, so I think Size will have a pretty big advantage because he's already got this island. He's gonna have an extra oil and the repair bay. Size is actually building his CC preemptively. I guess just so he doesn't forget it. So when he gets cash bounty, it comes in online instantly. Size does need to send a worker here because it is very easy for a TT to sneak by. They just kill the soil. Boycah's unloading the scorpion rockets onto a scaffold, so Size will have rockets against the army. This is what makes sieging very difficult in these tight corner engagements with scorps. Usually whoever unloads scorpion rockets first ends up losing the engagement if they don't unload it onto the army. And now Size has bounty. Boycah has bounty as well, but Size has a 400 XP lead. And yeah, this tunnel is making for a very awkward defensive pop, but it does the job. Boycah's garrison is screwing up a little bit here. It's damaging itself, actually. I think that's a map bug. Size now has 4 arms dealers. Yeah. I mean, with this many supplies, you can absolutely just ball it out with 4 arms dealers. I don't think that's a bad idea, honestly. Because all you really need is just units to defend this and you're good. Boycah's gonna take out this front tunnel. There is still a back tunnel here, and Size does a pretty big defensive pop. Boycah gonna lose his garrison here. And he's actually gonna take it. Size is gonna take out the RPGs. It is pretty damaged, so I don't think the tunnel will die before the garrison gets decrewed. Boycah's closing in here. Again, this is another game where I feel like you could make an argument for Scud launchers for sure. But it looks like both players are just opting for just heavy army, so quad scorps. Tractor cleared up this minaret tower. Nice play. And all of a sudden, now Boycah's got control of the island, and he actually can threaten Size's base pretty badly. There's a market that's built here and an arms dealer. And this CC is actually making for a very awkward defensive angle, because it's kind of blocking a lot of line of sight. But having said that, Boycah's posturing really poorly here, just to kill this oil. Boycah should definitely kill the supply for the XP, I'd say. He should have done that a while ago, but yeah, he's gonna have some losses for sure. Size actually used the ambush to deny the oil cap. That's very cute from Size, but I mean, it doesn't really achieve much in the long term. Size actually has Anthrax beta, so he's just clicking all the buttons on the palace at this stage. He sees a blue button. Ooh, I'll take that. He sees the AK-47. I'll take that as well. I think Boycah is actually making a comeback. Amphibious buggy out of nowhere. The buggy just drove into the sea for a little bit, and it's back. He's got the buggy ammo now. Size has a ton of scorps still, but there are a lot of buggies, and I'm assuming he's researching AP rockets very soon as well. Both of them are not that far against 5-star. So it's not over if you have a good sneak attack. Boycah loses an oil. Also just researched the fortified structures. Although I will say Boycah is still in a good position because he's holding on to this island pretty nice. But Size responding pretty quick with his own buggy ammo. He's actually got AP rockets as well before Boycah and junk repair. Ooh, this could be a really nice pincer on the buggies. He's got a defensive pop here and a couple buggies here, but he's closed down on these tunnels. Size with another size tunnel. We're not seeing any size scuds as of yet. Boycah is going for the cap again. Loses a lot of buggies though, to just a couple scorps. I don't think that was worth it for Boycah. Especially given that Size's buggy count hasn't actually been chipped at just yet. So Boycah's got this oil now. Size has another size tunnel. Like, just a couple of units from the command center even. I like this play from Size. I'm very surprised that it's working out, but it's always fun to watch this sort of play from him. reason I say it is because Size had a pretty strange start when it came to the oils, but he had a good mid game, and now Boycah's flipped it over as well. So there's the Anthrax from Size. Hits the work line and actually blocks the retreat of the buggies. So these two buggies are kind of trapped here. Although there isn't really any pressure on them. I am expecting a sneak attack soon. And this tunnel is now actually posing a threat because the buggies are popped here as well. I wonder if Size is gonna try and sneak attack for some markets or if he's gonna kill an oil. Because he does have the sneak. And he should have GPS as well, actually. Oh, wait. He spent a point on ambush. He has to sacrifice something, actually. He needs to build a work from the CC to repair this. Although I think Sai is just gonna try and buggy snipe this instead. A bit risky. If Boycah had AP rockets, this oil would be dead. But he doesn't. Boycah clears the Anthrax puddle with the Toxin Shell and the Scorpion. Boycah actually hasn't noticed that this repair bay belongs to Sai still. He could kill that and get 5-star. I would do that in this position, honestly. Just for the quick 5-star at this stage. Boycah's making a scud. Size is on the market spam though. And he has 4 arms leaders still. But I don't think he has the income to really support 4 arms leader spam. I'm a bit curious as to what Size's game plan is. I think he's just gonna try and mass pop GPS buggies into the base and kill Boycah to critical levels of damage. I think that's what he'll do. As soon as Sai sees this scud, he's gotta start thinking about making a move, I feel. Because he's not even planted 1 scud. Sai has a ton of markets. But Boycah is very close to 5-star and there is not a tunnel in sight on the screen. Then the closest tunnel to this is here. So that he could lose like 7 markets. And even a palace, because the palace is empty. Thank you, Lift Truck, I appreciate it. And Size is going into these tunnels head first. Very unnecessarily losing 3 or 4 buggies. The repair bay is actually saving this buggy. Boycah is now 5-star. Oh, this Anthrax. Oh, this Anthrax could be deadly. Oh. He did lose quite a few buggies there still. And I think he lost his own Jarman. I heard a sneak attack, and this is exactly what I was talking about. This sneak attack is completely uncontested. The closest defensive prop is from the arms dealers or from here. So Boycah could actually get some damage then. If Boycah had more, he could even potentially just game end off this if he has more army to pump into this. Boycah's actually got a 4th arms leader of his own. I would have really liked to also seen some workers being popped from Boycah, just to start darting down some tunnels or even a demo trap in these tight corners, just to limit Size's buggy movement. Boycah might get a crush on the Scud worker, but it's not. And now Boycah's... Neither of them are collecting off here, but Boycah's actually still got this oil. And he's got an oil here, so... Size is on markets only, in terms of income. But having said that, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 markets. And he's plopped down 3 scuds. Whereas Boycah is another buggy invade. Lots of buggy losses from Size. Boycah's trading well. I think that was 3 for 5. Now it's 4. Boycah sells his supply. So Boycah's market count 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 markets. So Boycah's behind on the markets, but he's got 2 oils. He's got this island oil still, and he's got his base oil. ambush from Size, killing the RPGs. I mean, ambush is pretty useless at this point, so you take what you can get with it, honestly. Yeah, and if it's just a couple RPG kills, I don't think it's... I think it's worth it. Because you're not gonna kill buggies with vanilla ambush. Boycah's got a good defense on these buggies. He killed 3 buggies, the cost of none. Size is reclaiming the island supply. There's 15k left, so there's quite a lot to take out of it. And Size will probably get this oil shortly as well. See a lot of scorpions and a lot of quads, all fully upgraded. So I'm anticipating Size doing a sneak attack. He has not used a sneak attack at all this game, which really surprises me, because if he sneak attacked immediately after the Anthrax bomb, I think he had a really good shot at ending the game right then and there, because Boycah was focused on Scud Storms, not even Army. Boycah does a really aggressive sneak attack, and there's a sneak attack from Size, but it's surrounded by 3 tunnels. So this is an awkward angle. Although I don't think Boycah has a lot in this tunnel. Oh no, he lost 3 scorpions. There are 2 tunnels still here, and a tunnel here, and a tunnel here. So Size will get this oil probably, but having said that, I think he just killed the fake market from that explosion. Having said that, I think Boycah will still defend this, and Boycah's Scud Storm will inevitably fire, I think, here as well. But Size is balling out Scud Storms because he's got more late game income overall, so suddenly the numbers are rising up. And what looks like a really bad position for Size in the mid game is suddenly fruitioning into an insane late game, because Boycah does not have the eco to keep up with Size anymore. Size sold one of his arms dealers just because he can't maintain 4 arms dealer production at this stage. But yeah, Boycah's got the buggy count now, but it's gonna be very soon where Size just kind of outscales Boycah just by the sheer market spam. I mean, even a Scud now, you kill what? 2, 3 markets max? He might kill the Palace, but you're gonna have to deal with 3 Scud Storms at the end of the day. And I don't think Boycah's really got the manpower to deal with it. There is an Anthrax bomb coming. I think Boycah's paying attention to the Scud. He scuds the arms dealer, and yeah, you can just see those black spots on the bottom. Shows where the buggies died. There's about 4 buggies at least that died in that. Got GPS army of quad scorpions and a couple RPGs and a GPS worker. So we'll try and probably sneak that on the side of the base. Boycah's defending pretty hard. Another round of GPS on the buggies. And I think Size probably won it. Yeah, Size is floating now. He's retired off of the Size Scud Storm. And now he's just going back to floating 15k. I'm honestly more a fan of this. But, I mean, no matter what Size does at this point, he could build a wall of command centers around Boycah and he'd still probably win. Size outplaying Boycah at late game, to be honest. Yeah, I think while I don't think Size has the strongest early games with GLA, I think his late game decision making, just in general, is very good. I think he probably has one of the better late games among expert players once Scud gets reset. There is another Scud here. It's gonna get detected by the radar van. If Size is observant, he's gonna try and crush this, but he's not. He'll reset the 2 of the Scuds that were close to firing. He's bought himself another 5 minutes, which is nice. But I think the issue is that time isn't really something Boycah needs to stall out. I think Boycah needs to quicken the game, if anything. I mean, yeah, this is still helpful that he's doing it. He's actually got the camouflage upgrade on the rebels too, I just realized. But yeah, he needs to make something happen. And while that was a good play with the two saboteurs, I think there's obviously more that's gonna come out of it too. Hello, Joseph. Not sure what he crushed. Oh, he crushed the GPS worker from earlier. Side is just walking a Scorpion army into Boyka's arms stealer line. Kills the tunnel. And now Boyka has to respond to this. Oh, I think Side is just spamming out Scorpion waves like throughout the map. Yeah, there's a second Scorpion wave, and I'm assuming a third is coming with this through a sneak attack. He's gonna kill a market. I mean, every market kill at this point is very valuable for Boyka because he's quite limited. Tunnel gets sniped on the side. There is a garrison here, which will be a little annoying, but it's just in a grass hut. Buggy's closest tunnel they can pop from is behind this market. More scuds are being added. That's the fourth and the fifth. And there's the Scorpion pop that's gonna come any second from the sneak attack. Yep, I was right. Yeah, that's GG. Well played the size.
You have
Lost the
been
first
defeated.
game, but won 2 in a row. And now it's actually Size's map pick as well. This was Boyka's map that Boyka lost on too, so it's a bit disheartening probably in that position. A bit curious as the map size he'll pick, because there is quite a few maps I could see him picking. He could play something like TD, ZH Carrier is over. I know he likes his fair share of GLA mirrors on both of those. We could also just see Snowy Drought. I mean, I think the that's one of the common maps Size kind of likes to go to at this point. Wait, is he still hosting? Okay, let's see what map we're gonna see here. Match point. Size is playing a taunting game. Farmlands. Ooh. Why best of 5? Because they wanted to play best of 5. There is no real explanation to it. Plus it's GLA mirrors, so it's a best of 11. Assuming you have GLA mirrors that go beyond 15 minutes, you could end up being there for like 4 hours. And while I might have the endurance to deal with that, I don't think everyone wants to play 4 hours of GLA mirrors only. Okay, we got potential match point. Boyka on the bottom left of Farmlands of the Fury as a red GLA. Map made by Bamovich and Relax. And we got Big Size as the orange GLA on the top right of Farmlands. So Farmlands is another one of those heavy macro maps. You have a lot of money to work with, so you got 5 crates here, you got 4 here, And you have your primary supply, so that's already 3 base supplies. You have 2 oils that are unguarded. So you have an oil here and an oil here that aren't really guarded. And then you have another 2 oils that are adjacent to a garrison. So you can actually take these garrisons and you end up controlling the oil, usually if you have the garrison under control. You also have a ton of money in the middle. You have 5 crates on the opposite side of this little hill. Side is actually going for a very aggro tunnel. And you have 5 crates on each corner of the map, guarded by a windmill. I think a common thing people don't realize as well is that the corners are actually half of the money of the middle. So if you have both corners and the other player has the full middle, they're actually equal on income. I don't think most people realize that when they're playing this map, so... But there is also the advantage of having these corners because it lets you gain access to these guarded oils pretty easily. And in GLA mirrors, you end up seeing buggies sieging this position pretty frequently by the player who has this corner under control. So we see a tech here that's loaded with something, an empty tech there going through the middle. Size has tunneled the unguarded oil and the direct middle, as well as his guarded oil. I think that might be a TT, you know. It is a TT. I think this tech was just a decoy tech. And Size is gonna lose his arms dealer. Boycah could have gone for the double, but I think he just didn't want to risk it. So he just cut his losses and took the arms dealer. He's gonna crush a whole worker line, but I mean, I don't think Size necessarily is upset about that because yeah, he loses the arms dealer for a bit. He hasn't actually lost any units. He's actually vetted up 2 techs. This tunnel is definitely gonna get denied. And Sai is actually gonna get a very safe oil grab if he's researching capture now. So I don't think yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of issues for Sai at least. And Boyk is only on the 2 supplies. He actually has very little map control. There is a bit of a tech scramble here. He's brought a worker here, so looks like Boyk is gonna try and commit to this fast aggression. He's loading up his tunnel with quads, I'm presuming. He is actually gonna be able to camp out this arms dealer. And this is one of those situations where it's kind of one player is focusing on hyper aggression and the other one's focusing on an eco boom. I think this just basically comes down to can Boycah do enough damage before Size reaps the benefits of this eco boom. He's starting this oil now, he just finished it. He'll get this oil pretty safely and this oil pretty safely once that tunnel gets up, so Boycah's on a timer, but I don't think it's necessarily unwinnable for Boycah, especially if he has an army to follow this up with. Boycah's built a second arms dealer pretty early, and he's on 3 supplies, so he can even transition to a triple arms dealer at some point. Size is gonna try and steal this farmhouse from Boycah. Boycah should also see this tunnel now, which is gonna notify him that Size is trying to go for his own oils, and he'll start thinking about this oil potentially. There's quite a few quads, but they're all pretty clumped up. This cliff is blocking the rockets from the tech, unfortunately. Let's see. Size with another Size tunnel. This is the 3rd game where we've seen a Size tunnel. Boycah's scouted it this time. He's gonna crush it with a sport or kill it with the rocket. Size's arms dealer is getting denied again. Okay, I think this is a mistake from Size. I don't know why he's building the arms dealers here. He should honestly just make it near the oil, because his base is quite unsafe in all honesty. Size is expanding to the middle. He's doing what he should do, which is he's still getting a ton of money behind this eco boom. But the biggest issue is that Size has no army to work with against this, so I think what might happen here is that Boyk is gonna kick him out of this supply. He's gonna take his whole base, and then Size is gonna basically have every expansion on the map, and Boyk is gonna have both base spots. Now, do you prefer having 2 base spots over the expansions? You can get 6 supplies purely off of the base spots. You'll be ahead on supplies, but you'll be very far behind on oils, although the oils aren't that big of an issue if you can just TT them. Boycah is making a very nice play. He's snuck a toxin tractor in the middle to clear this garrison. Ooh, I think the tech actually didn't get hit by the Scorpion rocket. I think it got blocked by the cliff there. Size has his trusty artillery platform. Boycah is actually gunning down this arms leader. And Boycah is doing what he needs to do. He's constantly shutting down the production, so even though Size has a lot of money to work with, he's not able to actually spend that money in any substantial army. So, yeah, Size now has a Scorpion, but there's 5 to greet it. And Size just lost a Super Tech too, so Boycah is going to take over his entire base. And we're seeing that situation where it's all the expansions on the map versus the 2 base spots. But I think Boycah will come out of this on top, purely because he's constantly shut down the arms leaders. He's shut it down twice before Size could actually make any units. And now he's gonna kill his 3rd arms leader of the game. And meanwhile, Boycah's spamming on 3 supplies. Boycah's even very close to cash bounty. And neither of these guys have even started palace yet. Boycah's just reinforcing this wooden tower. There is another super tech here, which is helpful for defense, but ultimately I think Size is gonna lose this spot. He's losing another arms dealer. He's expanding to the top left now, but it's a bit late as well to be getting these corner expansions. Yeah, I think the fact that Size kind of has to play this game of catch-up constantly is gonna end up biting him pretty hard. Nice detonate on the terrorist. Exploded on the Scorpion shell, so killed all the RPGs. And now Boycah is actually cracking at these oil spots. So we could even see Boycah stealing some of the oils, but I think if you're in this position, you just want to gun it down. You already got Size whole base minus the supply, which he should get. These artillery platforms, even though they don't do a lot of damage, they are very annoying to deal with. Games come to a lull for a little bit. Although, looks like Size is gonna lose this oil area and consequently another arms dealer. This is gonna be his 5th arms dealer this game. Size has lost, to put it into perspective, even though Size has a ton of money, he's lost 12.5k worth of buildings. Not even including the supplies, the workers, and the tunnels and barracks. So Size is losing a lot. So yes, he did have a lot of money to work with, but as I said earlier, you can't really work off of an eco boom if you're not really allowed to spend that money. Which is exactly what Boycah is doing. It's not giving him any breathing room to spend his money. And now, when the starter map looked like Boycah was in his little corner and Size had orange dots everywhere, now it kind of looks like a red invasion. Boycah's getting this oil, so it's very likely he's gonna either send a bike here or send a rebel manually through a tunnel. And now Boycah is actually significantly far ahead compared to Size. He's actually ahead even XP. Boycah is gonna be working his way up to level 5 very soon as a result. Let's see. I saw that, GNX. That's very naughty. Don't do that. uh, don't instigate anything, please. I'm just trying to cast the game of 0 hour. So Boyka's got these 2 oils now. Nobody's got a refinery yet, but realistically, Boyka's the only one who can really get a refinery safely. This super tech, even though it's not able to achieve much, it's doing its work when it can, which is nice. It's just picking off the odd unit here and there. Boyka's actually out in buggy ammo now. Yeah, well, if you're the size even have a palace, he's on 32% on palace. He doesn't even have palace yet, and he's fighting buggy ammo buggies. I mean, I don't see a way Size recovers, in all honesty. Size is making this tech really work overtime. He's gonna be able to kill this oil, actually, I think. Although, one buggy salvo just finishes it off. Yeah, that was kind of Size's last hope down the drain. He's gonna engage a garrison head first with scorpions. I heard a pop somewhere, but I don't know where it was. There, the windmill with the toxin tractor gets a vet one. This artillery platform could theoretically gun down the palace, but given how low damage it is, I doubt it's gonna really do anything significant. Snatch asks who won for third place between me and Xcal. Xcal won. I think he won, I forget what it's a best of, whether it's 13 or 11, but I think he won 6-4. Size calls it GG. Is an ambitious build from Size. I think his build wasn't wrong. I don't think he did a bad build per se, but I think Boycah just played perfectly in terms of responding to the build. Like I don't think I can really fault anything. Don't think Boycah really played better than Size. I think he just played it perfectly. I see your messages, Abdurrahman. Like, don't worry. Um, Fast there, I can see your messages as well. Don't play that card. I am reading the chat, but I'm focused on the game because I'd rather. I was gonna suggest I pick a decider, but I was gonna pick whatever he said anyway, so no need to mess with their time. Let's just get to nothing. So, and I think this is kind of a nice homage for a GLA mirror, at least. Melting snow GLA mirrors are usually pretty intense because 90% of the fighting is obviously around the middle, and it can go one of two ways usually. Someone takes over the whole middle and it's kind of instant GG, or you actually end up having this sort of dividing line between the garrisons. So in this cider, we have Big Size on the right side of Melting Snow as Orange GLA, and Boycah on the left side as Red GLA. This is Melting Snow. This is a very old map, but this is the latest version of it. In older versions, there used to be a car, and back when cars were kind of in play, in standard play, you'd usually have a terrorist rallied immediately here to sort of steal the car, and you could use that to crush the middle worker or crush a bunch of workers in the supply line. But obviously there's no cars anymore. Sai is gonna set up an oil tunnel here likely, and both of these players I'm assuming are gonna set up a tunnel in the middle. So you have a lot of garrisons to fight over in the middle. And because it's a GLA mare, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them made a toxin tractor as their first unit, if they were to make a supply in the middle, like very quickly. Snatch is asking me, do I think Katiba was stream sniping? I have no clue. I didn't catch that stream, unfortunately. I only caught the beginning of it, and I didn't really see beyond that. Like the first couple games at most. Ihab is asking me, have I attended any of the World Cup games? Not really. I've just kind of watched it at the sort of pleasure at my own home. One of the stadiums is actually very close by to me, but I didn't feel like going in person. I just kind of wanted to just watch it at my sort of TV screen at home. Sai's tried to set up for an oil capture here, but unfortunately gets denied. There's a very aggressive tunnel from Boycah. Sai's forgetting to garrison that. Boycah could steal that garrison, actually. And Boyka's actually got a TT. Just kills the arms either. Oh, I spoke too soon. He killed quite a few techs. And, oh wow, okay, this is debatably worse for Boycah because there's a really aggro tunnel. And Size is bringing the cavalry with all these techs. Oh, he needs to crush the RPGs. Kills most of them. If he brings a worker from this tunnel right now, I think this is honestly GG. Because you cannot play with your second supply pressured on a map like this. Especially because it's super easy to harass the middle if you have any middle presence. There's another tech from Boycah, but it is empty this time. Boyka's gonna lose a barracks, that's just gonna be annoying. If he hasn't upgraded this to a real barracks, so he can't drop tunnels for a few seconds. Boyka is sending an empty tech here, but it's pretty futile. Maybe he's trying to go for an oil deny, but Size hasn't bothered with it. I actually don't know if he's researched the capture upgrade. Honestly, if I was in Size's position right now, I would just TT this tunnel, 3 terrorists from a tech, and then suddenly, what pressure does Boycah... Oh, I missed that. But it looks like 2 techs went down there. I'm not sure if that was a TNT or if that was just 2 techs trading each other. I don't like this position of a supply from Size. I think you could have just built it behind the dock. Like, this is unnecessarily aggressive. Boycah is actually collecting from the middle, so they're still even on supplies, but I mean, this is a very dangerous position for Boycah because he's only got 1 tunnel and his entire base gets eradicated. So even if he doesn't want to TT this tunnel, what he could do is just TT this tunnel, and suddenly Boycah loses his entire base, and I think that's just a game-winning move instantly. But I don't think, I don't really see Size doing that move that often, so as much as I am able to see it as an observer, maybe his head is just focused on killing Boycah immediately because it's a decider game. So he's just focusing on other stuff. Boycah does get the supply line, which is pretty nice. Lose the tech, but I'd say that's worth it, given they're on equal income. But Size now has this 3rd supply, very crucially. And once he starts getting income from it, it's gonna be very tough for Boycah to recover. And there is a toxin tractor strolling to the middle garrisons, but Size, rightfully so, is retreating to not have it picked off. This tunnel is finally cleared up, so now Size is completely unthreatened. The only position I think he only really does feel threatened by is this middle position, just because he has one tunnel, but we did see Size have Scorpion rockets upgraded already, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think, as the meme goes, call an ambulance, but not for me. Size is now going to pressure this garrison here in the middle. And that's a TT, I think. He's going to try and TT the army, but it's going into quads that instantly kill the terrorists. And yeah, I think this is GG for Big Size. Size has done it. Well played. Yeah, I mean, Size pulled it back ultimately, and the decider ended up being on a pretty classic map as well, from a older 0 hour era. So pretty good that Size was able to make the moves still. Let me just ask Boycah if he wants to play a set potentially. I'm not sure if Size has a lot of time, but Boycah might be awake still, depending on what time it is in the States. Let's see, does he agree to it or not? Quite a few words of emotion being thrown. Are they gonna another set? I don't know if let's see. Ooh, nice. Alright, I'm playing my expert round robin set as well then. Uh, nice. Alright, expert round robin time. Who's picking map first? I already have my microphone on, so I may as well keep it. Let's see. I just need to see who picks what. It is Boyka's pick. Okay, cool. Snowy drop. Alright. Keep talking while playing. I mean, I focus on the game. If I'm talking, I'm just talking to myself while playing. I'm not really talking to an audience usually while playing. It's a best of 11. Bear that in mind. Let's see here. Okay.
I build for China.
This is usually 1-1. Okay.
Building a Chinese. China has been generous.
You might go the MiG
Construction
build.
will live in prosperity. Let's build. China has been generous. We have big plans. It will look real nice when it's done. We will live in prosperity. We have big plans. Let's build for China. To spec.
Oh,
Construction is complete.
this is an all-in.
We will live in prosperity.
This is an all-in of
Let's
some
pick
kind.
up some goods.
Where is it? He has a war factory somewhere.
Construction built to spec. Let's build. We will live in prosperity.
Yeah, I know he's doing some kind of all-in here. I just need to know where it's coming from. Might be the middle, actually.
I will tell you everything I hear. I think I can hear them. Hey, let's go where the chatter is. Adjusting frequency.
Let's build.
I will tell you everything I hear. We'll get the location. It's very hot in here.
China has been generous.
I think I can hear them.
Could be a helix.
Tune into the enemy.
Let's make a minigunner.
Construction built to spec.
We'll get the location.
He's doing some
hear something
ultra
here?
bunker build.
I build for China.
I think I can hear them. Moving operations. We'll get the location.
Tanks out there.
Interesting.
Get them. We have big plans.
Unit lost.
Okay.
China's rocket soldier.
I think I can hear them. Yes, that.
Not really sure what the purpose of this
Tune
is.
into the enemy. Adjusting frequency.
Construction built to spec. We have big plans.
Temperature stable.
I like the big target.
Unit lost.
Adjusting gas valves.
Let's pick up some goods.
It's a cool build, but
I will tell you everything
I don't
hear.
think it's as good as I
Tune into
think
the
he
enemy.
thinks it is.
I think I can
Build
hear them.
orders complete, sir.
Tune into the enemy. Moving operations. Relocating. Moving operations. Adjusting gas valve. Maintain a smooth ride. I think I can hear them.
Let's
Tune
get a
into the
helix.
enemy. Pressure level set. Adjusting frequency. Storage tanks sealed. I will leave get the location. Hey, let's go with the challenge. Relocating. Adjusting gas
I don't want the
valve.
power to explode on me.
Lost.
Do you hear something? Relocating.
Unfortunate.
Hey, let's go with the chappies. Yes, better. Hey, let's go with the chappies. Relocate. Get the location. I think I can hear them. Hey, let's
Oh,
go
he
with
doesn't
the
have
chappies.
this. Perfect.
Yeah.
What?
Adjusting frequency.
Yeah, this is a bit too creative, I think, from him.
We will live
It's a
in
cool build, but
prosperity.
I don't think
Sorry,
it's
sir. I can't
really
build
that
there
good.
under storm.
Adjusting frequency.
The bunker is ready. Install the bunker. Something down there.
I think I can hear them. Tune in to the enemy.
I'm carrying the big gun. Helix
Make it
on
a
the flyby.
Hey, let's go with the chatter.
What? Tank under here. Helix on the scene.
I think I can hear them.
Bunker is ready.
Moving operations.
We'll tear through their armor.
Relocating.
We're going to ruin somebody's
Everything I
day.
hear.
I'm gonna
Tune
try
in to the
and
enemy.
hunt him.
Hey, let's go with the chatter.
China has been generous. We'll tear through their armor. Nice
Adjusting
location.
frequency.
I mean, this is super ambitious from him.
We'll tear through their armor.
We'll get the location. Moving operations.
What do you have in mind?
I deny the cross. I potentially just end the game off.
Punish them. Let's hold these guns. Something
Yeah.
down there.
Congratulations,
Now he can't
General.
reach
You
nucleus
have been promoted.
as easily.
What do you have in mind?
Yeah, deny this too.
Unit lost.
I'll get it dead in their tracks. Building is complete.
I mean, again,
Yes,
he's not really able to do much.
Ruin somebody's day.
We'll get the location.
Enemy tanks out there.
I think I can hear them. Adjusting
We're
frequency.
going to
Let's pick up
ruin
some. We'll get the
somebody's
location.
day.
I think I can hear them.
What do you have in
Tune in
mind?
to the enemy.
Subliminal
I think I
messaging
can hear them.
upgrade is
Tune in to
complete.
the enemy. Moving operations frequency.
I like the big
We'll
talk.
get the
Unit
location.
lost.
Wait a little bit.
Tune in
It's
to
actually
the
got my own oil.
Ruin somebody's day.
Hey, let's go with the chopper. Tune in to the enemy. Do you hear something? We'll get the location. Tune
Might
in
be
to
nothing
the
to-
enemy.
Of course. What do
Aircraft
you have
standing
in
by.
mind?
Adjusting frequency. I think yes, hear that.
Make it
Don't
worth
think he's
my
noticed it.
Tune in to the enemy.
Unit lost.
I think I can
It's something.
tune in to the enemy.
Helix on the scene.
Adjusting
Alright.
frequency.
What do you have in mind? Helix on the scene.
Let's not risk it. Because we could still very easily lose.
Ignition rate steady.
Unit
Into the
lost.
enemy.
Give me
a job. I'm going in.
We're going to ruin somebody's day. Helix on the scene.
China is under attack!
Give me a job.
Could just alternatively disable these.
I'll get through. They have the same. Sure.
Frequency jammers
Need
on
to
standby.
transfer. Got it. Quickly. Setting
What do you
up.
have in mind?
Let's kill that.
So small.
Give me a
Yeah, the mines ended it.
Pull no stops.
Ignition rate steady.
Congratulations, General. You have been
Let's do
promoted.
it.
I built for let's hold these guns.
I mean,
Take
very
over
creative, but
there for
We
now.
are the
you can't really make a build like that work if you're giving up all of the map control.
I will tell you everything I hear.
Their building is ours.
I will tell you everything I hear.
Construction built to spec.
Let's see. Okay. Reverse of this is gonna be kind of tough to win though. I mean, he had to do something creative there to win, so I don't blame his build order. Yeah. If he didn't get hunted, he wasn't in the worst position, honestly.
China has been generous. Let's build. We will live in
Big
prosperity.
It's slow there because I had to tab out big score.
China has been China. Build orders complete, sir. Ah, yes. Construction is China has been
I'm gonna try the MiG build. I dislike it a lot, but I need to try something funky here anyways, so I may as well.
We'll tear through their
built
armor.
for
Let's pick
China.
up some goods.
That's a good
I
choice.
like the big targets. China's rocket soldier. Moving rocket launcher.
We stand
Yes.
together. Immediately. Defenders of peace. Understood.
Maybe I get lucky.
Immediately.
Build orders complete, sir. Construction is complete. We will live in prosperity. China has been
Let's pick up
generous.
some goods.
If I get a good start, should be
I like the big targets.
somewhat winnable.
Aircraft standing by.
He's actually playing defensive.
Upgrade
for
complete.
China.
I disagree with that
China
highly.
has been
I don't know why
generous.
he's doing that.
Stop carrying the big
That seems
gun.
very bizarre.
Strapped in and ready. We defend China's airspace.
Actually, might be able to hunt him, you know?
Is complete.
We'll tear through their armor.
He's gonna be really pissed if I do that.
Enemy tanks out
I
there.
build for China.
Oh, he is actually risking getting hunted. Oh shit, that's a helix. I think I'm dead. No!
China's airborne and ready.
Oh, I shouldn't have played green.
MiG en route.
Yeah, GG. Oh man, yeah, as soon as I saw the airfield, instant game over.
We have
I
been
shouldn't have been
defeated.
smart about it. I should have just waited until I saw a unit. I mean, this matchup can usually be win off of build order alone, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, as soon as I saw the licks, there's no way I can defend it. Not with the MiGs reloading. Okay, I'm gonna point this out right now. Fargo and Leg, stop going at each other's throats. I'm gonna time out both of you if you keep it up. Just both of you. That's not. I want to just relax for this stream. I'm timing out both the messages, but if you guys keep it up, I will probably time you guys out from the channel. Thanks, Hasso. I appreciate it. I think I know what map I'm picking though. Where is it? Yeah, let's just pick this. Yeah, if you went outpost, that was a decent build, but that forward supply and forward bunker raised some red flags in terms of the build order. Couldn't really anticipate licks.
New construction.
Oh, air tank. Okay. I think no eco is not that bad, honestly, here.
Let's get to work. What's the story? New construction. Always
Do I want to
ready.
play a no eco or play a longer
Yeah.
game?
I'll build anywhere. Any more
Bring on
construction?
I'll play a longer game. I'm curious if they'll go for an oil grab.
Laying the foundation. That one's on the job. Let's build. That one. Bring on the scaffolding.
Need a
It's
delivery,
one more
General?
factory. Two more factories. It's just a regular game. I think taking over the garrisons and going for an oil grab behind it is a pretty safe
Always
move.
ready.
Got my missile launcher right here. You bet. Got my missile launcher right here.
Let's build. Clocked in.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Always ready.
Let's pop some tanks. Let me launch one. Huh? I want to blow something up.
Clocked in.
Got my missile launcher right here. Let's pop some tanks.
Come on in. Got room for 5. Breaking loose.
I want to blow something up.
Humvee here.
Let me launch one. Huh? Yeah?
How about a lift?
Got my missile
Looks
launcher
like a
right
good
here.
run.
I'll fire at anything.
Got room for 5. Come
Got
on
my
in.
missile launcher
I
right
haven't
here.
made
How
any
about a
units.
Let's go for it. Humvee here.
Got my
Yeah.
missile launcher right here. I want to blow something up.
Oh yeah.
Let me launch
Got room
one.
for 5.
I'll
Breaking
fire
loose.
at any laser sights.
Come on in.
Job for me.
Humvee here. Oh yeah.
Let's pop some tanks.
What's the mission, sir?
Got room
Who
for
needs
5.
help?
What's the
Humvee
story?
here. Looks like a good run.
We can take care of you. Let's
What's
get
the mission,
there
sir?
quick.
New
How
construction.
about a lift? Breaking loose.
Always ready. Good
Humvee
area.
here.
I think some decent
like a
pressure
good
here
run.
would be nice.
Breaking loose. Come on in. Got room for 5. Bucket up.
Laying
Come on
the
in.
foundation.
Strat
Looks like a good
one
run.
of these.
Let's go for it.
It's
Humvee here.
definitely on the prop, I
Unit
think.
lost.
Let's go. Oh, be careful now.
Upgrade complete.
Breaking loose.
Am I on the tie?
Oh yeah.
New construction.
Oh, oh, be careful now. Let's go. Oh, be careful now. Got
Any
room
more
for 5.
Fine here.
projects? Want to make some
good.
improvements?
Ready for action. Always
Humvee
prepared.
here. Let's go. Whoa.
Got my
Looks
missile
like a
launcher
good
Realistically, I do win this long term.
Got my
How about
missile
a lift?
launcher right here.
Got room for 5. Bucket up. Humvee here. Looks like
Got
a
my
good
missile
run.
launcher right
Where's
here.
the
Let's
ECM?
go for it. Whoa.
What's the story?
Come on in.
Should actually try and gun this down.
I'll fire at anything.
Let's build.
We have their
Humvee
building.
here.
Got my missile
Okay.
launcher
Oh, be
right
careful now.
here.
Get that oil.
Come on in.
I can.
Got
Awesome.
my
Want to
missile
make some
launcher right
improvements?
here.
Looks like a
I
good
don't
run.
mind
Look it up.
sucking
Chew
this
on
video if
name.
I have to.
Breaking
Got my
loose.
missile
Let's
launcher
go.
right here.
Breaking loose.
Okay.
Laying the foundation.
Most I think
We have
that
their
is the
building.
ambush.
Special forces here.
Got room for 5.
Got my
got
missile
nothing.
launcher
Looks like a
right
good
here.
run here.
Perfect.
Any more
Got my missile
projects?
launcher right here.
Search and
Airfield?
Bucket up. How
No
about a
airfield.
lift?
Got my missile launcher
Come on in.
right here.
How about a lift? Humvee here. Come on in. Oh, be careful now.
need a point man.
I mean, he is pretty far behind.
How about a lift?
Gonna
Got
try
room
and
for
push.
5.
There's the airfield.
Humvee here.
Beacon detected.
Probably
Oh,
get a
be careful now.
raptor
Construction.
soon to deal with that.
Got room for 5. Let's go.
That one.
Come on. Let's
Upgrade
go for it.
complete.
Yeah. On the
Humvee
job.
here. Let's go. You want some of
Unit
this?
lost.
Rip it up. Oh, be careful now. Oh yeah.
Laying the foundation.
Humvee here. Humvee here.
Yeah,
Got room for 5. Breaking loose.
What do you got?
How about a lift? Let's go. Let's go for it.
Got my missile
Got room
launcher
for
That's a
5.
pretty cool garrison.
Humvee here. Oh yeah.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Unit lost.
Let's pop some missile launcher
Got room
right
for
here.
5.
All finished.
Come on in. Looks like a good run.
Right here.
What's the story? Gonna be
Come
like
on in.
new.
Missile launcher right here.
Let's go for it. Let's go for
Got
it.
my missile
How
launcher
about a
right
lift?
here.
Whoa. Got room for 5. Humvee here.
I'll fire at got my missile launcher
Let's
right
go.
here.
Got room for 5. Humvee here.
The battlefield is a
Come on
messy
in.
place.
Tomahawk launcher armed and ready. Our laser should keep them off. Always prepared.
Medical supplies
What's the
on
mission, sir?
hand.
King Raptor here.
Let's actually
Got it.
try and
Here.
hunt him potentially.
Who needs help?
Yep.
The battlefield is a messy place.
Ah, that would have
Out
been
of
pretty
the
good to
way.
deny.
Cruise missiles ready.
Hey,
Arming
check
cruise
out our new
missiles.
tow
Who needs
missile.
help?
Oh, be careful now.
I'm listening.
Clocked
Humvee
in.
here. Whoa.
Standing by for coordinates. Heading over. Tomahawk systems
I want to
online.
blow
Nice.
something up. Take cover in there.
Job for me.
Need a point man.
How about a lift?
Our laser should keep them off.
Unit lost.
Come on in. Oh, be
Army's
careful
elite.
now.
Bomber
Humvee
ready
here.
for takeoff.
Looks like a good run.
Pushing the missile launcher right here.
Got my missile launcher
Aurora
right here.
King Raptor here.
How about a
Avionics
lift?
Got my
online.
missile launcher right here.
Humvee here. Keep the
Unit
Break it
lost.
loose.
Here. I'm listening.
The building is captured, sir.
King Raptor ready for takeoff.
Got my missile launcher right
On
here.
patrol.
Come on in. Colonel Burton here.
Oh,
Got my missile launcher
Humvee
right
here.
here.
he's in position.
Any
here.
more?
Our building is
projects.
being captured.
Got my
Oh,
missile
be
launcher
careful now.
right here.
Always prepared. General,
Taking
they've
charge.
stolen our building.
Come on in. Let's go.
Ah.
Enemy
for it.
Black
Look,
Lotus
how about a
detected.
lift? Humvee
Unit
here.
lost.
Bad one to
Whoa.
lose.
I've seen it all.
We
King
can take care
Raptor
of you.
ready for
Let's
takeoff.
get there quick.
Our lasers
This
should
is
keep them
our
off.
territory.
Ready for action. Flying
Buck it
high.
up.
Let's mix it up.
Let's just kill that.
Medical supplies on hand.
I'll fire
Sure
anything.
thing.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Oh, we got
Unit
carpet.
lost.
New drone armor has been installed.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Cruise missiles ready.
Got
Deadly
my missile
efficient.
launcher
I
right
know
here.
just what it needs.
How about a lift? Got room for 5. Looks like a good
Let's
run.
go.
Got my
Some
missile
tanks.
launcher right
Heading
here.
over perfection. I'll be there.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Yeah.
Let's get to the time demo charge.
Got my
Standing by
missile
for
launcher
coordinates.
right here.
Medic here.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs help?
Oh, be careful now.
Got my missile launcher
And yeah, I
right
think
here.
it's pretty over even at this stage.
Wanna make some
Got
improvements?
Enemy
There
Black
is
Lotus
quite a lot to
detected.
work with.
Missile launcher right here.
Unit lost. Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Keep the change. Buck it up.
Got
Come
my
on
missile
in.
launcher
Oh,
right here.
yeah.
You are victorious.
Crazy, don't instigate with Fargo, please. Let's not do that. Verse is gonna be kind of tough because you can play it slow or play it Noviko here. You kind of have to predict what he's doing.
We will live in prosperity. Building a Chinese empire. I build for China. We have big plans. China has construction built to spec. A very good plan, we have big plans. That's a good choice.
Could also do the search and destroy build. It's
We
another
will
thing I have to worry about.
prosperity.
Knowing Boycah, I think he'll go Noviko.
Building is complete.
Let's pick up some goods.
Construction is
His
complete.
barracks
Let's pick up
is
some
from the
goods.
second
Yes.
supply. It'll be late to these garrisons.
We will live in prosperity. Construction built to spec. We have big plans.
Many bullets to spare.
Make a flamer in case he takes the garrisons.
Many bullets to spare.
Let's build. We have big
Gun
plans.
barrel spinning. Keep the cylinders oiled. Ready for action. Gun barrel spinning. Keep the cylinders
He
oiled.
is doing a slower build.
Gatling
Okay,
tank.
good to
Ready
know.
for action. It's very hot in here.
I
Gun
think
barrel
we
spinning.
rush
We will
prop
live in
in
prosperity.
that
Gun
case.
barrel spinning. The bullet barrage. Of course. Let's get out there.
Yeah, we
Gatling
definitely
tank.
rush
Ready
prop.
for action. Yes. Gun barrel spinning. Let's get out there. Adjusting gas valves. Keep the cylinders oiled.
I'd rather just push this.
Yes. Gatling tank. Ready for action. Dragon tank. Gun barrel spin. Everything ready here. Need a bullet barrage. Adjusting gas valves. Ready for action. Pressure levels. Need a bullet barrage. Push them through. Dragon tank. Keep the cylinders oiled. Let's get out there. Unload.
Unit lost.
Of course. Push them through. Rapid fire. Okay, here we go.
It's a shame.
Gatling tank, ready for action. Yes.
He's gonna get a pretty strong grip on this.
Let's build. Orders complete, sir.
Also, that flamer was idle. I didn't even notice.
I have many bullets. Gun barrel spinning. Need a bullet. Keep the cylinders oiled. Adjusting gas valves. Dragon tank. Let us get closer.
Construction built to spec.
Need a bullet barrage. Let's get out there. Stable. Right. We are moving. Keep the cylinders oiled. Gatling tank, ready for action. We are moving. Keep it steady. Bullet barrage. Dragon tank. Gatling tank. Everything ready here. Spinning. Bullet barrage.
Oh, that garrison's a pain.
Ready for gas barrel spinning. Okay, here we go. Let's get out there.
Unit lost.
Need a bullet barrage. Stop him.
Just lost all my units.
Of course. Push them through.
Emission rate steady.
Oh, what the hell is he doing there?
Keep the cylinders oiled.
Frequency
They're
jammers
building
on
out.
standby.
Quickly.
I have many bullets to spare.
What is it? Let's do it.
Gatling tank, ready for action.
It's not over,
Of course.
but it's
Gun barrel
not good.
spinning.
Missiles won't get through. Enabling powertrain. Triangulation complete. Resetting navigation systems.
I have many bullets to spare. Need a bullet barrage.
China has been generous.
Gun barrel spinning. Let's get out there. Let's get out there. Let's get out there.
I'm listening. They're building
Need a
going
bullet
out.
barrage. Gatling need a bullet barrage. Very hot in here. Of course. Let's get out there. Gun barrel spinning.
Frequency jammers on standby.
Okay, here we go. Pressure level need a bullet barrage.
Not making any
ECM
units
tank.
there.
Inputting
Missiles
coordinates.
won't get
through. Emission rate steady.
Yeah, I'm getting walled in here.
Noise
pretty
level
hard.
set.
Temperature stable.
Frequency jammers on standby. Triangulation complete.
Unit lost.
Emission rate steady. Missiles won't get through. Spec. Inputting coordinates. Frequency jammers on standby.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Triangulation complete.
Of course.
ECM tank.
Gatling tank, ready for action.
Emission rate steady.
Search and destroy.
There's a
A
search.
beacon has been
He's
placed.
gonna know about mates pretty
Cylinders
soon.
oiled.
ECM tank.
Let's build.
They're building
That's a
Missiles
good
won't get
start.
through.
Give me a job.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes.
We defend China's airspace.
Gatling tank, ready for action.
Strapped in and ready.
Gun barrel spinning. Of course. Of course.
I'll get through.
Keep the cylinders oiled.
Aircraft standing by.
Black napalm upgrade is complete.
We will
Need to
live
make
in
something happen
prosperity.
here.
Rate
Gun barrel
steady.
spinning. Need a bullet barrage.
China's Air Force.
Distortion.
MiG en route.
There it is.
Missiles won't get
Let's
through.
build.
Gatling tank, ready for action.
Nice, and we keep it.
Of course.
Need a
That's
transfer.
pretty big, actually.
our base.
We will live in prosperity.
Okay, here
I
we
think
go.
we get a free tomahawk.
Gun barrel spinning. Rapid fire.
That as well.
Of course.
We defend China's airspace.
Let's pick up some generous.
Need a bullet barrage.
Strapped in and ready.
Gatling
Unit
tank, ready
lost.
for action. Of course.
Just
I'll
giving
get
them
through.
free units by doing that.
Is it clear?
We defend China's airspace. Setting new course.
Need a transfer.
Need a bullet barrage. Push them through.
Aircraft
No reason
standing
to do
by.
that.
Hitting confirmed. Enemy underground.
Unit
Keep
lost.
the cylinders oiled.
I'll get through. Got it. Building is ours.
Just annoy him.
Gatling tank, ready for
Emission
action.
rate steady. Resetting navigation systems.
Need a
Kill the
transfer.
ranger and
We will
take
live in
that stuff.
prosperity.
Frequency jammers on standby. Distortion. Noise level set. Triangulation complete. Enabling
Adjusting
powertrain.
gas valves.
Construction is complete. I built for China.
Give me a job. Ready for transfer.
I have many bullets to spare.
Frequency
Gun barrel
jammers on
spinning.
standby. ECM tank.
Need a bullet Keep the cylinders oiled. Adjusting gas valves. I have many bullets to spare. Moving volatile
Emission rate steady. Frequency jammers on standby.
We will live in prosperity.
Upgrade
Emission
complete.
rate
Black
steady.
Lotus has been discovered.
Triangulation
Ah.
complete.
Gun barrel
Build
spinning.
orders complete,
Okay,
sir.
here we go. Need a bullet bullet barrage.
And
Unload.
he's getting the prop.
A very good plan, General.
I have many bullets. Gun barrel spinning.
I built for
Almost
China.
let him cancel.
Nice location.
Frequency jammers on standby.
and ready. Copy that.
Queue up the
We
ECMs.
have
Emission
big
rate
plans.
steady.
China's Air Force.
Unit lost.
Initiating air patrol.
Missile emission rate steady.
You didn't get the oil,
What is it?
which is pretty big.
I'm going
Frequency
in.
jammers on standby.
Need a bullet
Prepare
barrage.
for signal distortion. Emission rate steady.
Chain gun upgrade is
Frequency
complete.
jammers on standby.
Tactical fighter reporting.
Enabling powertrain.
We defend China's airspace.
Keep the cylinders oiled.
Unit
kill.
lost.
Noise level
We
set.
will live in prosperity.
Missiles won't get
Make
through.
One of our
Emission
buildings
rate
is in
steady.
Ooh, intercept that. That's a big intercept. Massive intercept.
Inputting
And he
coordinates.
lost quite a
Let's
bit.
move.
Emission rate steady. Prepared for signal distortion. Frequency jammers on standby.
General,
Resetting
It's
they
not
took our
playing
building
into
from
it
us.
just yet.
Missiles won't get through. Emission rate steady.
I built building
China.
is complete. We have big plans.
Prepared for signal
Strapped
distortion.
in and ready.
Many bullets to spare.
Frequency jammers on standby.
I'll
The
get
worst
through.
position to
Let's
play in.
Frequency jammers on standby. Resetting
Especially if I
navigation
crack
systems. Emission rate steady. Resetting navigation
Our
systems.
upgrade is complete.
Bullets to spare.
Let's build.
Frequency jammers on standby.
And I killed the
CM
Briton again.
tank.
Perfect.
Resetting
transfer.
navigation systems. Triangulation complete.
Let's
Enabling
pick up some
powertrain. Triangulation
Aircraft
complete.
standing by.
CM tank. Enabling
What is it?
powertrain.
Unit
Watch my back.
lost.
Missiles won't get
Make
through.
in flight.
To spec. China has been
Emission
generous.
rate steady.
Make in route. Heading confirmed.
Frequency jammers on standby.
Congratulations, General.
I'm
You
out.
have been promoted.
Pretty important hit. Nice.
Resetting navigation systems. Missiles won't get through.
They are disabled. What is it? Is it clear?
China's rocket soldier. We have
I'll
big
get
plans.
CM tank. Subject
Unit lost.
They are disabled.
emission rate steady.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Keep the bullets flowing.
That's good enough for
Need
me.
a bullet barrage. I like the China's rocket soldier. Okay, here we go. Pressure level set. Need a bullet barrage. Keep the cylinders
I think
oiled.
we just fully commit on this right side a little bit here.
The transfer.
Keep the cylinders oiled.
They are disabled. I'll get
Here we
through.
go. No more supplies.
Sure.
Need a bullet barrage.
Make in flight.
Spectre.
Altering
For
course.
China.
Tactical fighter reporting China's Air Force.
Unit lost.
I'd want to
Okay,
actually
here we
clear
go.
this up if I can.
We have big plans.
Gatling tank. Ready for action.
Frequency jammers
Keep
on
the cylinders
standby.
oiled. Stop till it's over.
Emission rate steady. Triangulation
Not
complete.
sure if it's in his best interest.
Inputting coordinates. Emission rate
Unit
steady.
lost.
Take it into high gear.
China's Air
Stand them
Force.
up.
Target location confirmed. Sending new course.
Should lose a ton of tomahawks.
We defend China's airspace.
Frequency jammers on standby.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Inputting
Unit
coordinates.
lost.
Emission rate steady. Resetting navigation systems.
I want to kill that actually.
Gatling tank. Ready for action.
Emission rate steady.
Gun barrel spinning.
Missiles won't get through.
Storage tanks sealed. Keep it steady. Need a bullet barrage.
We have big plans.
Need a bullet
I'm
barrage.
listening. Quickly.
Gun barrel spinning.
Inputting coordinates.
I have many bullets to spare. Need a bullet barrage.
Tactical fighter reporting.
Gatling tank. Ready for action.
We will live in
Make in flight.
prosperity.
Ah, yes.
Need a transfer.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Ah, yes.
Unit lost.
Gun barrel spinning. Let's get out there. Of course.
China's Air Force.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Need a
Oh,
bullet
there's the,
barrage.
Chinooks.
Keep
I was
the
looking for
cylinders
them.
oiled. Of course. Okay, here we go.
Aircraft standing by.
I'll get
I have
through.
many
Sure.
bullets to spare.
Unit lost.
Need a bullet
China's
barrage.
Air Force.
Everything ready here. Keep the cylinders oiled. Here we go. Ah, yes. Gatling tank, ready for action.
Need a transfer. Their building is
Gun
down.
barrel spinning. Of course.
Black Lotus has
Yes.
been
No
discovered.
supplies here. Of course. Adjusting gas valves. Maintain a smooth ready for action.
efforts for Aurora.
Aircraft standing by.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted. Unit lost.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Okay, everything ready here. Moving volatiles.
He still has a carpet
Ready for action.
that I need to worry about.
Storage tanks secured.
China's
Need
Air
a bullet
Force.
barrage. Of course. Of course.
MiG in flight.
Target location confirmed.
Unit lost.
Cylinders oiled.
Oh no, it's a ton.
Let's get out
So
there.
much.
Unload. Keep the bullets flowing. Ah, yes.
I think I can afford at this point to go headbutt this.
Unit lost.
Spectre on this arm. Tank get. Can't really do that.
Pressure levels
Frequency
set.
jammers on standby.
Storage tanks keep the cylinders oiled. Don't stop till it's over. Okay, here we go. Gatling tank ready for action. Need a bullet barrage.
We defend China's airspace.
Gatling tank ready for
Oh, hello,
action.
Marakar.
Pressure levels set.
Frequency jammers on standby.
Unit lost.
Enabling powertrain.
Keep the cylinders oiled.
Need a transfer. Let's move.
I'm gonna try and
That's
snipe one of these.
Black Lotus has been
Cylinders
discovered.
oiled. Need a bullet
managed to
barrage.
still
Keep the
get it.
cylinders oiled.
China's Air
I'll get
Force.
through. Sure. I'll be
Need
in
a
and out.
bullet barrage.
I'll turn them off.
I have many Gatling to spare. Ready for action. Keep the cylinders oiled.
Unit
Need a
lost.
bullet barrage.
I'm gonna just try and take over the map.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Of course.
Aircraft standing by.
I have many gun barrels spinning.
Strapped in and ready. Setting new course.
Need a bullet barrage. Ah, yes.
Unit lost.
Oil. Need a bullet barrage. I have many keep the cylinders oiled. Need a bullet barrage.
He might have a 5-star.
Here we go.
Unit lost.
We defend
Keep
China's
the cylinder
airspace.
oil spinning.
Strapped
I
in
have
and
many
ready.
bullets to spare.
We have big plans.
Need a bullet barrage. I can get into high gear. Let's get out there.
China's Air
Gatling
Force.
tank, ready for
It's
action.
not
Need a
risky.
bullet
All right, I'm
barrage.
here.
Gatling
What
tank,
is it?
ready
Watch
for
my
action.
back.
Okay,
MiG
here
in
we go.
flight.
Let's just kill the
Copy that.
Warcraft.
MiG en route. Objective
Gatling
sighted.
tank, ready for action. Rapid fire. Spin them up.
Unit lost.
Rapid fire. Rapid fire.
He's messing up his micro a bit.
I have many bullets. Okay, here we go. Gatling tank, ready for action. Need a bullet barrage. Gun barrel spinning. Spin them up. Bullet barrage. Here we go. Keep the cylinders oiled.
Let's build.
Let's see, I think we can
Need a
probably
bullet
afford
barrage.
another.
Of course. Keep the cylinders oiled. Gatling tank, ready for action. Of course. Keep the cylinders oiled. Ready for action.
One of our buildings is being captured.
Okay, here we go.
Construction is
Let's get
complete.
out there. Need a bullet barrage. Gun barrel spinning. Of course.
Unit lost.
Need a bullet barrage. Gatling tank, ready for action.
They're building it.
Oh, hello.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Need a bullet barrage. Rapid fire. Keep the cylinders
Unit
oiled.
lost.
Gun barrel spinning. Gatling tank, ready for action.
ECM
Give me a
tank.
job.
Need a bullet barrage.
We defend China's airspace.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Spin them up. Ah, yes. This supply source is. Let's get out there.
This Spectre's not surviving.
Into high gear. Of course. Gatling tank, ready for action. Let's get out there.
Oh, it's an EMP.
Unit lost.
Not perfect, but
Okay, here we go. Gun barrel spinning.
still not too good.
Gatling tank, ready
Just
for
bring
action.
every cat on the map, I think.
Strapped in and ready. We will defend this airspace.
He lost the
Aircraft
Avenger.
standing by.
It's game over.
I'll get through. Uplink ability.
Of course.
Let's
Resetting
just
navigation.
literally surround him with the entire map.
Let's get out there.
Might be able to intercept that, you know?
Rapid fire.
Unit lost.
Here we go.
Give me a job.
Need a bullet barrage.
We are pretty busy here. We will get more supplies.
Nice.
I have many gathered, ready for action.
We are victorious. Unit lost.
What about streaming at 1440p? I'm not sure if my laptop can handle it. I can try at some point, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. 1080p onwards, I don't think really makes a difference for 0 hours specifically. Okay, it's his map now. Vendetta. Okay. I will not get him to call me that, Flamic. He has 0 dirt on me fast there. He's a super fan. Let's see. Oh, US Mayor. Fun.
Let's get to work. Let's build. New construction.
Got them set up.
What's the story? All made in the U.S. New construction. That one's let's build.
Got my missile launcher right here. I want to blow something up. Got my missile launcher right here.
What's the story? What's the mission, sir?
Yeah, sure
Clocked
thing.
in. Always ready. Any more
Loaded
projects?
with
What's the
US
story?
quality.
Right here.
Need a Provisions delivery en general. route.
Construction.
Oh, signing for this.
What's the mission, sir?
He actually went to War Factory.
Loaded with US quality.
I want to blow
Need a
something up.
delivery
Missile launcher
general?
right here.
Loaded with US quality.
What's the mission, sir?
Oh, this is the no
Provisions
eco
en
build.
route.
Got it, got it.
Distribution underway.
I'll fire it ready. Here comes trouble.
Serving our country.
I'll fire at anything.
I got the goods.
I mean, if I hold against
Serving
this,
our
he's
country.
kind of screwed.
Drop zone confirmed.
He is very
Launcher
screwed if I
enables
hold
laser
against
sights.
this.
Some tanks.
Something for everyone. It's been fun.
Let's build.
Keep it safe. Resuming supply
I'll
chain.
fire at enabling laser sights. I want to blow something
What's the
up.
mission, sir?
Enabling
Unit
laser
lost.
sights. Let me launch one. Enabling laser sights.
Have a job for me?
Sure thing. Sure thing. On the trail. On the trail.
Something for everyone.
Let's pop some tanks. Moving. Missile launcher right
Screw
here.
it. We're just gonna go for a hunt.
Loaded with U.S. quality.
Unit
Special
lost.
forces ready for action.
I'll fire at anything.
We are just going to go for the hunt.
Blades in motion.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Loaded with U.S. quality. Serving our country. Right on schedule.
I want to blow something up. Laser
Got
guide
my
missile
missile
launcher
launcher.
right
Hello,
here.
Dozer. Goodbye,
I'll get it
Dozer.
there. I'll get it there.
Got my missile launcher right
Distribution underway.
Army's elite.
Serving
And he
our
lost
country.
this thing.
Something for everyone. Blades in motion. I'll get it there.
here. Yeah. This'll be
Loaded
fun.
with U.S. quality. Ready for action. Keep the supplies rolling.
I'll
Unit
fire at
lost.
anything. Enabling
I
laser
got the
sights.
goods. Keep it safe. Distribution
Got my
underway.
missile launcher right here.
Need a point, man?
Did kill that, which sucks.
Let's go.
Something extra.
Something
right
for
here.
everyone.
Let me launch your guide
Over
right
here. Oh
Unit
yeah.
lost.
Missile launcher right here. I want to blow something up.
How about a lift? Let's go for it.
Got my missile launcher right
This
here.
should
Let
be
me launch
fun.
one.
Got room for 5. Bucket up. Humvee here. You want some of this?
Honestly, just gonna kill
Always
these.
prepared.
It's
On the
coming
trail.
down to a V spam.
I'll
I
fire at
outspam
anything.
him easily.
Got my missile launcher
How about
right
a
here.
lift? Chew on these. Humvee here. Let's
Got
go.
my missile launcher
You
right
bet.
here.
Got room for 5. Come on in. Bucket up. It should be fun.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Humvee here. Come on. How about a lift? Oh, be
Got my
careful
missile
now.
launcher right
Oh
here.
yeah. How about a lift? You want some of this?
Got my
Looks
missile
like a
launcher
good
right
run.
here.
Rip it up. Got room for 5.
What's the mission, sir?
Come on in. Looks like a good run. Got room for 5.
Oh, sign
Come
it
on
for
in.
this.
How about a lift? Let's go.
What's the
Let's
mission,
go
sir?
for it. Looks like a good run. Bucket up.
I want to
Take
blow
cover
something
up there.
there.
I'll be here.
Right here.
Oh, be careful now.
Let's pop some tanks.
Unit lost.
What's the mission, sir?
Let's go. You want some of this?
Got my missile launcher right
I
here.
got the goods. Resuming supply chain.
Got my
Let's
missile
go.
launcher right here.
He's dead.
Let's go. Oh yeah. How about a lift? Let's go. Bucket up. Come on in. Got room for 5.
Let's pop some tanks.
He
Come
is
on in.
flat out
Let's
dead.
go for it. It should be fun. How about a lift? Oh yeah. Let's go for it. Looks like a good run.
Unit lost.
Oh, be careful now.
Fire at laser guide trip.
Got room for 5. The enemy's above
I
us.
want to blow something up. Laser sights.
Oh, be careful now. Oh yeah. Break it loose. Humvee here.
Special forces here.
How about a lift? Looks like a good run.
Got my missile
You want some of
launcher
this?
right here.
Let's go for it. It should be fun.
Let's pop
Enable
some
Humvee
laser
here.
sights. Missile launcher right here.
Unit lost.
Break it loose. How about a lift?
I want to blow
Got
something
missile
up.
fire.
Right here.
Whoa!
Let's build.
How about a lift? Oh yeah. Come on in. Humvee Looks here. Like a good run. Break it loose. Come on in here. Oh yeah. That's it. Door right there.
Unit lost.
Laser guide trip.
How about a
Got my
lift?
missile launcher right here. Let me launch one. On the trail.
Got room for 5.
I don't think he has a way to defend that.
How about a lift?
You are
Got my
victorious.
missile launcher right here. Got my missile launcher right here.
Bucket up.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like his build. I don't think you can really V-spam against US flat out like that. No. And he didn't even have that remarkable of a start. He got the oils, but he wasn't collecting, so it neglected the harass, but he wasn't ahead. He lost the oils pretty quick. I just don't think you can really do that all or nothing oil grab build on a map like this.
Want to make some improvements?
It's a decent drone.
Let's
actually.
locked in.
sure
On the
if he has
job.
the supply or not.
Have a job
Laying
for
the
me.
foundation.
Laying the foundation.
All
Bring on the
finished.
scaffolding. Want to make some
Yeah,
improvements?
laying the foundation.
Want to make some
That one's
improvements?
done.
Got my
Let's
missile
pop
launcher
some
right
tanks.
here. I'll
He
fire
is
at
going
anything.
for
Laser
supplies.
guidance ready.
Drawing a big bullseye on it.
Yeah, I'll build anywhere. Keep
my
them
missile
busy.
launcher
Unit
right here.
lost.
Keep it safe. Loaded with
Yeah,
U.S.
laying the
quality.
foundation.
Need a delivery,
Make my
General?
own.
Ah,
Keep
what
it
the
safe.
hell is this
Yeah.
guy doing?
Keep them
What's
busy.
loaded
sir.
with U.S. quality.
Need a point,
Need a
man?
delivery, General? Serving our
Got my
country.
missile launcher right
Right
here.
on schedule.
Clocked in.
Got my missile launcher right here.
I forgot to bookmark as well. Oops.
Keep it safe.
That's why we bookmarked.
Establishing
Something for
supply
everyone.
route.
Enabling laser
Serving our
sights.
country.
Yeah, laser guidance
Always
ready.
prepared. On the go. Taking new position.
That's
Trade in
exactly
progress.
where we bookmarked.
Loaded with U.S. quality.
Let's pop
Unit
some
Serving our
lost.
Let
country.
me launch
What's the
one.
mission, sir? Supplies roll.
Now he's at
I'll
risk of
fire
getting
it.
hunted.
Something for everyone.
Let's pop
Enabling
some
laser
tanks.
sights.
Enabling
Drawing a big
laser
bullseye
sights.
on it.
And I
Bring
think
on the scaffolding.
Yeah,
On the trail.
Loaded with U.S. quality.
I want to blow something up. Sure thing.
Army's elite.
Unit lost.
Special forces here.
Let me launch one.
All
I'll fire at
finished.
anything.
Laying the foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, enabling laser
Precise.
sights.
And
Locked
delivery,
in.
General?
Getting to work.
Let's pop some
What's the
tanks.
story?
I wanna blow something
now he's
up.
at
Yeah, laser
particularly
guidance
high
Laying the
risk.
foundation. I'll
What's
build
the mission,
anywhere.
sir?
Let me launch enabling laser
Want
sights.
to make some improvements?
Army's elite.
I'll fire at anything.
Unit
sir?
lost.
I want to blow something
Ready
up.
for action. Army's elite. Heading out. Need a point, man. What's the mission, sir? Taking new position.
Let's push that.
Something for everyone.
Let me launch one. You bet.
Loaded with U.S.
Let's pop some
quality.
tanks.
Unit lost.
Clocked
Still
in.
go for a hunt.
Something for everyone.
I want to blow something up. Enabling laser
Loaded with
sights.
U.S. quality. Special forces
I'll
here.
fire at anything. Let's pop some tanks.
Need a point, man. Provisions en
There's
route.
the work
Any more
factory.
projects?
Unit
I
lost.
got the goods.
And game
Distribution
over.
underway.
Upgrade
You guys be
complete.
careful
Got
out
my
there.
missile launcher right here.
Always prepared.
Let me launch one. Laser guidance
Need a
ready.
point, man.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Special forces here.
Oh, I feel
You are
bad.
victorious.
That was mean.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Yeah,
Got my missile launcher right here.
What's the mission, sir?
he plays a very dangerous game when he's having to constantly airlift and he takes it away. معك احكي عربي. Muhammad, for the last time, I've said multiple times on the stream that I speak to an international audience. It's not just Arabic viewers that I'm streaming for. Maybe it's easier for you, but there is a lot of people who don't speak Arabic in the stream as well, so understand that, please. I will probably start timing people out if they keep asking me the same question, because I've answered this for weeks, and my decision is not going to change if it's brought up again and again. There's no need to ask the same question over if the answer doesn't change. I think this is my map now. I already know what map I'm picking. Oh, tank. Tank's not
We
really
have
that
big
great on this.
plans.
Tank nuke. Okay. You know, a helix is not the worst idea, actually, given how big the map is. I actually think a helix is okay.
Tiny China. China will grow
Let's
larger.
try it.
China we will live in prosperity. We have big prosperity. Building is complete. Let's take a look. Build China has been generous.
It is a tank licks though. I'm not sure if I want to commit to a tank licks.
Big plans.
Being tank licks just takes way too long to make.
Immediately.
I'm not comfortable playing around it.
Let's pick up some goods. Build orders complete. Looks promising. Looks promising. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Construction built to spec. Let's pick up some goods. We will live in prosperity. I build for China. Ah, yes.
Upgrade
We are the
complete.
Red Guard. Understood. The People's
Construction
Army.
built to spec. I will tell you everything I hear.
Yes.
Through their armor.
I'm wondering if he goes Alex.
China can use
We are the Red Guard.
That actually is something
I'm
to
carrying the
consider.
big gun.
China has been generous.
Ah,
We'll get
that's
the
really
location.
bad.
China's tank division.
I think I can hear.
Oh boy.
Do you hear something? Unit lost.
Moving operations. Yes, better. Do you hear something?
I like the big target. We have
Don't
captured
kill the
buildings, sir.
outpost either.
Tank hunter here.
It's very hot
Battlemaster
in
tank
here.
reporting.
He's gonna get that.
I like the big
That
target.
sucks.
Ready for orders.
We have
I'm gonna make
big
an airfield.
plans.
Fuck it.
That's a good start.
Serving China's needs. I have many bullets to spare.
This could go horribly wrong in many ways.
Standing attention. I'm carrying the big
Battlemaster
gun.
tank reporting.
The People's Army. We are the Red Guard. Ready for orders. Understood. Ready for orders.
Storage tanks
Where is
sealed.
the battle?
I am actually
The
extremely
People's
worried
Army
about
China's tank
Alex.
division.
Build orders
Temperature
complete.
stable.
Knew it.
Right here.
Dragon tank. I will leave a dark cloud.
Unit lost.
Saw it coming.
Battlemaster tank reporting.
I like the big target. On the hunt. Spare. On the hunt. Defenders of peace.
That's not a
I
good
still
The
didn't
building is
act in
ours.
time.
China we are the Red Guard. Gun barrel spinning. Let's get out there.
Where is the battle? Carrying
I
out
have many
orders.
bullets to spare. Defenders of peace.
construction is complete.
Tear through their armor. Unload. Ah, yes. Right here. Keep the cylinders oiled.
Install the bunker.
Gun barrel spinning. I
We
have
have
many
big
bullets to spare.
plans.
China's rocket soldier. Bullet barrage. Of course. Keep the cylinders oiled. The People's Army. We will shoot them down.
Helix on the sea.
I'm actually gonna make the CC fast because I am already spot on.
Ready for orders.
Helix on the scene.
The People's
Unit
Army.
lost.
We're going to ruin somebody's day.
I don't think this is the worst
Gatling
though.
tank. Ready
Make
for
it
action.
worth my
To play this
time.
kind of game
Gun barrel
with tank
spinning.
guts.
Helix on the scene. It's location. Our turn.
Need a bullet barrage. Spare.
Make it worth my time. Take it over there.
Gatling
for
tank.
now.
Ready for action.
Helix on the scene. Make enough
Gatling tank.
flyby.
Spare. Keep the cylinders
Helix
oiled.
I'm
on
quite
the
alright
scene.
playing like this.
Construction Take it over there. Construction
We have the
built to
building
spec.
now.
I build for China. What do you have in mind?
I have
Make
many
it
Oh,
Unit lost.
that's when things get a little tough. That's his own army. Going like that.
Something down there? Who are they? Punish them. Let's hold these guns.
Upgrade
Make
complete.
it worth my speaker tower ready.
We'll tear through their armor. Yes. Raise
Make
the
it
red
worth
flag.
my
We'll
time.
tear through their
The
armor.
speaker
Gatling
tower
ready
is
for action.
on the scene.
Gun barrel spinning. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
What?
Need a bullet barrage. Keep the cylinders oiled.
Helix on the scene. Let's hold these guns. Make it worth my time.
One of our buildings is being captured.
Battlemaster tank
Make
reporting.
it a
I think
flyby.
he should take that.
General, they have
You have
captured
a
our
target.
building.
Now he's kind of
They look so small from up here. Make it a flyby.
oh yeah.
Gun barrel
Breezy.
spinning. Keep the cylinders
What do you
oiled.
have in mind? Make it worth my time.
On the hunt.
We have big plans. I built for China. A very
Ready
good
for
plan,
orders.
General. Something down there.
That's funny.
Take it
Yes.
over there.
Expanding
Nice.
China's borders.
Let's hold
Defenders of
these
peace.
guns.
Easiest way to know if someone has a supply right
The
there.
bunker is ready. What do you have in
That
mind?
building looks safe.
Alright, I'm here. Let's
Helix
have
on
enough.
something
What is
down
it?
there.
I'll be in and out.
Let's hold these guns.
Oh, hello.
Make it worth my time.
Gun barrel spinning.
What do you have in
Don't know
mind?
why I didn't take that.
Something
Yeah.
down there. Let's hold these guns.
Barely.
Make it a flyby.
Need a bullet barrage.
Congratulations, General.
Helix on
You
the
have been
sea.
promoted.
Okay, I need to move my guys there.
Target for me. Let's build.
Ready for orders. Understood.
Make it worth my time.
Unit
Did I
lost.
kill his licks? Oh my god, his licks died.
Helix on the sea.
Warning, a nuclear
Building is
missile
complete.
silo
China
has been
been
detected.
generous.
Oh, there's
Make it
a
worth my time.
Lotus.
I built for China.
China's tank division.
We're going to ruin
I'll get through.
somebody's
Wasn't
Let's go.
nearly as bad as I thought.
Is it clear?
Missiles won't get through.
Yeah. What?
China's
What
tank
do you
division.
have in mind?
Unit
Reading,
lost.
reading.
Everything I hear.
Making a flyby.
There is much money to
Right
be made.
here. Where is the battle? Moving to
Let's
new area.
build. Ah, yes. China has been
Stop
generous.
this.
Let's build. Are you ready? What?
Tune into the enemy.
Moving rocket launcher.
We're going to ruin somebody's day.
It's not collecting.
Let's hold these guns. Helix on
Prepare
the
for
section
signal
built to
distortion.
spec.
China's tank division.
Take it over there for
What
now.
is it?
Take it
He's
over
gonna be
there
focused
for
on these
now.
elixirs. No.
ECM tank.
Yeah. What? Pull no stops. Take it over there for now. They look so small from up here. What do you have in mind?
He's,
Making a fly.
he's waiting on the nuke mix, but
Unit
I
lost.
think it's kind of too late a
That's
little
right.
bit.
Congratulations,
Make it
General.
worth
You have been promoted.
Serving China's needs.
I mean, just start spamming tank
Helix
gats
on the
everywhere.
sea.
Right here.
We're
What's he
going
exactly
to
do?
ruin somebody's
China's
day.
Need a transfer. Let's move.
Construction built to spec.
The autoloaders are ready, General.
Black Lotus has been discovered.
Great.
Unit lost.
He has MiGs. He doesn't have
Fighting for the
Neutron,
Red Army.
which is good. Probably take this for 3 tanks.
We have big plans. That's a good start. Building is complete. We will live in prosperity.
I think a nuke spam isn't the worst
Gun
idea
barrel
either.
spinning.
China has been generous.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Gun barrel spinning. Need a bullet barrage. Right here.
Okay,
Keep the cylinders
let's
oiled.
just fall
Where
back
is
a
the
little
battle?
bit. We don't need to force the issue.
I build for
Serving
China.
China's needs.
I like the big target.
Oh,
What do you have in mind?
annoying. Okay,
Where is the battle?
throwing away some
Helix
Nuclear tank upgrade
Unit
complete.
lost.
responsible using the
Big target. China's
Make it
needs.
worth my time. You have a target for me.
oils.
China will grow larger.
Battlemaster tank reporting.
What do you have in mind now?
That
Chain
flame
gun
wall
upgrade
is
is
causing a
complete.
massive
China's
lag.
tank division.
Something down there.
Okay,
Let's pick
You
up some
have a
goods.
target for me. Helix on the sea.
bye bye Helix.
What do you have in
Barely.
mind?
Prepare for signal
Construction
distortion.
built to spec.
Right here.
There's only 2, so
Enemy tanks out there.
I built for China.
survived it.
Unit
That's a
lost.
good choice.
Our power is
Construction
low.
We have big plans.
Battlemaster tank reporting.
There's uranium shells.
Helix on the sea. Are you ready?
He's gonna try and nuke me
Keep the
spam
cylinders
this.
oiled. Yes.
Are you ready?
Of course.
Where is the battle?
Serving China's
Yes,
needs.
General.
What do you need?
Fighting for the Red Army.
Cylinders oiled. Let's pick up there.
Unit lost.
Destroy China's enemy. We will defend this territory. Fighting for the Red Army.
China's needs. China has
Got
been
to
generous.
uncharge the power.
Battlemaster tank reporting. Fighting for the Red Army. Battlemaster tank. Where is the battle? Fighting for the Red Army. Fighting for the Red Army.
Unit lost.
What do you need?
Battlemaster tank report right here. Move order confirmed.
Gatling cannon will be ready soon.
We have discovered an
Depleted
enemy
uranium
black
shells ready.
loader.
Hello,
Keep the
Lotus.
cylinders oiled.
Unit lost.
Control. Extra large. Crush.
This supply
Extra large. Crush. Nothing.
Let's wait a little bit for more units. We don't need
Fighting for the
to.
Red
Let's
Army.
build.
We have more map.
Ah, yes. What do you need? This better be good.
Need a bullet barrage? Okay, here we go.
Battlemaster tank
Gatling
reporting.
gun, ready for action.
We will live in prosperity.
This guy goes back.
Extra large. Gatling cannon will be ready soon.
Any bullets spare.
Make it worth my time. Extra large.
Gun
That's
barrels
probably
spinning.
in the oil. Yeah, it is.
I am big. It won't be long.
Fighting for the Red Army.
China has been
Right here. Let's get out there. Ready for action.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted. Unit lost.
This better be good. I will crush.
Right here. Securing ourselves.
We will live in prosperity. Helix on the sea.
We will defend this territory.
Let's pick up
Got to capture that whole game.
Battlemaster tank reporting. We will defend this territory.
Need a bullet barrage?
Unit lost.
China's needs.
Should be all this nuke mix.
What do you have in mind? Make it a flyby. Big. What do you make it worth my time?
It's not waste. Say that as I waste.
What do you have in mind? We're going to ruin somebody's day. It is time.
Unit lost.
What do you need? Get time and see ready soon.
This guy's dead no matter what.
This better be good. Take it over there for now. What do you need? What do you have in mind? I built for China. Gatling cannon is
China
ready.
cannot-
Could honestly CC here.
Extra
For easier
large
carpet.
Gatling
Twice
cannon.
though.
This better be good. What do you need? Make it worth my time. What is next? It won't be long.
Oh, kill that. That's instantly dead.
Is that all? This better be good. Extra large. I will crush.
I think he's screwed.
They are. It won't be long.
That might be an EMP.
We have big plans.
No.
I am
It's what?
extra large.
Unit lost.
I see. I will crush. What do you need? Time. I will crush. Time.
Our nuclear missile is ready, General. We have launched our nuclear missile.
He's run out of money.
Congratulations,
I will
General.
take
You
care
have
of
been
it.
promoted.
I will crush. They are. It is time. Crush.
Emission rate steady.
It is time. There's not enough build space.
There are no more supplies here.
Unit lost.
Extra large. Building is complete. What is next?
Jeez. Very nice.
We are victorious.
No system is safe.
Oh, Flamek, Rick was joking around. No need to time him out.
Building is complete.
He was just messing about.
Our nuclear missile is ready, General.
Let's see. Yeah, 6-1. Relatively quick set. Alright, I shall head off to sleep. I see Kenny Jensen speaking Arabic, and I'm very confused. Oh, high size. Alright, I shall head off to sleep. Um, my sleep. Alright, I shall head off. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Take care.